Of course, we're back once again at the Philip Mansell Grounds in V4. It's game 2 of the Semi-Pro Football League Season 3, where we have a matchup in Mabouya Valley taking on Canaries. Two teams last season that fared pretty well. And, of course, they will be looking to build on their exploits from last season. Elijah Williams in your company alongside the critic, Tennis in Glasgow.
Again, we're back here. Always a pleasure. Game 2 of the opening fixtures. Canaries are up against Mabouya Valley. Two teams who generally opt to pass the football. And this is something I'm going to stress upon on season 3, Eli. Of course, season 1 was the introduction. Season 2 was the, getting to know. So I think, like I said, season 3 is supposed to be the real culmination of things. We got a good display of football earlier on with Soufre and Central Castries to a certain extent. So we're urging teams in season 3 to continue with patterns of play, passing the football, recycling the football, marking, keeping good shape. And as I say so, a ball crossing a very interesting area. And Eli, I want you to support me on this. We're urging teams to play organized football. This is a good display of what St. Lucian football product is supposed to be. So we saw a good outing. We saw a good shift put in by both teams. We saw Soufre win comfortably. Let us hope that we can see this in this encounter as well.
I'll go a step further, critic, and I'll say that we need to see teams step up the level of professionalism. It's a semi-pro football league. It's a league where players are getting compensated. The government of St. Lucia is making a huge financial investment. The St. Lucia Football Association, Inc., they too are making an investment, providing training for coaches, for administrators, for officials. And some of the team administrators also need to step up. We have an unfortunate instance this evening where, match cards were not, done up in a timely enough manner, and there are standards for that. If you're looking at international standards, an hour before a fixture is played, match cards are submitted, so team news is out. And who suffers but the fans? People are on the stream this evening looking forward to us calling a game, looking forward to learning some of the players, putting faces to names. And unfortunately this evening, we'll be reduced to calling player numbers. And that's a shame, because we really want to be able to highlight players, for players to become household names, for people to really appreciate the product that we are growing here in terms of the Semi-Pro Football League. But the professionalism of teams needs to change. That is something that I will add to when you speak in terms of the quality of play. I think that is something that is growing. And the reason why I'm saying that is, of course, the coaching that has been made available. Almost every coach now has a B license in the Semi-Pro Football League. And you will start seeing that filtering down into what the teams do. But in terms of a professional outfit, the level of professionalism needs to be better.
There you go, folks. So administrators, please take note. All well and good. Players are putting in the shift, but you as an administrator need to play your part, because it's a chain. And if that chain breaks, it filters onto the production side of things. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this message gets across. This is our product. This is not Tennyson and Eli sounding off. This is an investment by government, so we need, or we owe our fans that level of professionalism
and respect.
So administrators, please take note. This is day 1. So we expect that when we get here again, when we get to the facility, those match cards are up and ready. Thank you. Meantime, the score is 0-0 between the two. Mabouya Valley, who normally plays in the sky blue, tonight they're in the black. And Canaries, they are wearing the sky blue.
Yeah, Canaries normally has a sort of orange
There you go.
uniform. And again, two teams critic last season. Mabouya Valley were at the top of the season of the table, sorry, for most of the season. They sort of faded away to the back end. And Canaries, who were in the middle of the pack, they sort of surged towards the back end. And both of these teams will be looking to build on what they would have considered a pretty successful season 2.
Definitely. What I can see from my vantage point, I can see Toussaint is a very reliable defender in the league. Season 1 and season 2 played for Grosile. And he is originally from Canaries. And we see him now suited up in the Canaries outfit. So he's made the journey back home. He was more of like a prodigal son. So the prodigal son has found his way back and is now back with his Canaries people. Made the point earlier that those two teams are known for passing the football. Two good passing teams. And let us see which of the two will stamp authority on the game as early as possible. So far, we've seen that Mabouya Valley, they're trying to play in the half of Canaries. So that's a good indicator. Good feel so far. They're showing good poise, trying to draw the opposition in. And staying at home. Good purpose. I say so. Sort of a loose pass, just giving it away. Both teams showing patience very early on. Like I said, this is the way the game's supposed to be played. Wait for the instances to pounce. And here we have a situation, counter-attack. Donovan Jean-Baptiste waited a little too long. It was indecisive whether he should slip his man through, the skipper. He opted to shoot and the defender was able to recover. He's a speedster. Ball towards the left side of attack. Canaries able to regroup and recycle and see if they can show some. They've already been slipped through on 2 occasions, not putting in the right pass. A little too much on this. A little too much on this. We see the skipper telling him to be calm, be calm. If the pass is not on, don't rush into it. Good pressure there by MacArthur. It's creating a little problem there for Mabouya Valley. Mabouya Valley unable to clear the lines just yet. It's Toussaint. Always reliable. Plays this one back. Valley recovering. Again, showing good poise at the back. Head into midfield. Ball spread out wide. A loose pass there. Cassius Joseph slipping MacArthur through. Shot on target. Is it? A bit of frame. But again, what we're seeing with this Canaries team, as soon as they able to win that ball from Mabouya, they will spring into attack. The likes of MacArthur, Donovan, those guys can pack a punch from outside. So Mabouya Valley, as much as they organize and want to play from the back and be patient with the football, they need to be mindful that this Canaries team, any chance they get, they're going to shoot on goal.
Yeah, what I like about these two teams, and it's something they have in common, they're able to play different ways. They can both play the transition game, quick counter-attacking football. They can both play the possession game. They can easy, slow build-up. So it'll be interesting to see what style each team employs as they try to navigate the first half.
Yeah, it's true. Almost a similar philosophy. Poor pass there. Ball will be going up. Player wanted that ball ahead of him. It's Donovan again. I think Donovan's nickname is Bonbon. I remember from last season, Bonbon. Is it?
I remember the number 17 for Mabouya Valley in their opening fixture. He scored a hat trick.
Let's see. We already seen a hat trick. Is that cross coming in?
Whipped in there.
It's MacArthur. So it's a tap in, Eli. It is a tap in. MacArthur just getting and cutting back in a very nice little area, corridor of uncertainty. And the player there getting a tap in. And it looks like every team has a little something that they do after scoring. That is the number 3 for Canaries getting on the score sheet. Canaries lead 1-0. Just under 15 minutes.
Yeah, Mabouya Valley will be a bit disappointed in conceding that sort of goal. Soft goal to concede, if you ask me. The Canaries sort of picking up from where they left off last season. It was indicating that they sort of had a resurgence over the back end of last season, got them into the playoffs, and we've seen them kicking on from that.
One of the easiest goals we've seen so far. Might just be the easiest goal for the season. But Stephen Octave will love this. Getting his name on the score sheet. did make mention of it. Yes, Mabouya Valley was stroking the ball around, but when opportunities present themselves, Canaries certainly capitalizing.
Yeah, Junior George, the man in the middle, taking charge of his first fixture for the season as a corner kick to Mabouya Valley. The number 7 coming across to take that. Ball going across to Desiam Poto.
And second post. Still in the area, sort of. Finds himself in midfield.
Nice
We are
flick
still
there
in
by the
possession.
Number 17, yes. Another corner.
You mentioned the referee's name. It's the George.
Junior George, yeah.
Junior George. I've observed him when he comes to the facility. He has a suitcase with wheels. The only thing missing is his passport. But he's dressed for the occasion. He gives you his official pass around his neck, Eli, and his suitcase.
But I know he has his boarding pass for sure. He has a red one and a yellow one.
He doesn't play, you know. He's a very serious guy. He's certainly dressed for the occasion. All the way back.
The Mabouya Valley look like they're unfazed by the concession of that goal. They've gone back to doing what they were doing. Loose control there by the number 20.
Yeah, lapse of concentration. But remember, we've seen them before. They don't, you know, they're not moved. They might be upset that they conceded, but the confidence, they stick to their philosophy. You're not going to see Mabouya start to just throw some route one passes. No, that is not Mabouya. Mabouya is known for playing football. That's what I appreciate about them.
I'm wondering, is it me or has the Mabouya team matured a little bit from last season?
Yeah, well, it's a project, and if you keep your core players and you bring in, you know, some players in, I expect the philosophy to remain, but let them be aware of what you're trying to achieve. Like you said, they had a good run, a good part of leading the table last season. So definitely you want to continue in that vein. And I think they have the personnel to do so. You're not going to hear of the blockbuster trades per se with Mabouya, like, you know, like the Canaries, the Canaries, and, you know, you're not going to hear of this. But Mabouya Valley has always had good footballers, good youth program running. So they have their players.
That's interesting.
Yeah, too lackadaisical there. A bit too lackadaisical there for the number 17 for Canaries. Although the attacker looked like he came off worse, but you don't want to chance it. You have to be alert, especially as a central defender. Because had he gotten to that ball, Eli, we'd have a free rein and goal.
I actually thought I might probably need to see a replay, but I actually thought the foul was committed by the defender.
By defender, yeah. That's how I saw it as well. Interesting enough, I haven't seen my player from last season. Right, he used to play at what? Right back it is? As a ball
Yes, I
kick.
know who you're referring to. I think he won number 18,
Yes.
I believe it was.
The name doesn't come to mind right now, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking
Yeah. I haven't seen him in there. I guess as the season progresses, we'll find out what's going on with him. Free kick deep in the half for Mabouya. Ball going out.
Much to do about nothing.
So there was no foul actually. When you look at the replay, look at it.
Much to do
Defender
about
got
nothing.
onto the ball. Ah yes.
Ricochet is off the attacker.
I see probably the trailing leg of the number 9 may have just clipped him, but not much into it. There's a football from Casillas, a little tussle with the defender. Foul on the defender. Ball going up. You could tell when spirits are high, Eli. The Sufret team don't want to go home. Everybody is, getting their water, their juice, recovery, and you could see there, the mingling with the fans. So the spirits are certainly high when it comes to Sufret.
And the man in the middle himself, hat-trick hero.
Yeah, they're sticking around.
Right there.
Yeah, they're sticking around. 1-0 in favor of Canaries. A bit of a gift. Of course, converted is all well and good, you get a gift, but it's what you make of it. 7 October taking the opportunity, and that in itself has just given the Canaries team a little confidence. So now we see them going all the way back, recycling the game, staying in the game. Interesting pass there.
See the intention there by the number 16 for Canaries. I don't think he executed the manner in which he would have liked.
Yeah, you see what is the problem Donovan is having. That's about the third time he's trying to do that. What he doesn't realize, Eli, that's why we made mention of the facilities. You are the Philip Master grounds. A lot of wind. This ground is known for a lot of wind. The breeze comes from, can I say, the eastern side, and it wants to put that ball across there. That's going to be very, very difficult. So his cousin, who is the skipper for the Canaries team, has told him to relax, calm down, keep the ball alive. This searching pass he's looking for, he's not going to get it just yet. Keep the ball alive, keep the ball ticking, keep possession. It's very, very difficult to cross that ball from one side to the other side with the wind against you.
Yeah, the captain for Canaries, the number 8. Very instrumental in their run last season.
A good interception there, youngster. There's Cassius with the football. There's a football.
Good ball.
We have just broken that offside trap. Again, Eli Cassius, known for this, able to beat the offside trap. Make up your mind. You are the left footer cutting in. What you need, put some faith in your right foot and cut that ball back because there are players on the inside waiting.
Yeah, there was a teammate waiting.
Yes, but he opted to stay
shoot
with his favored foot, which may have just put him in a tangle. And he has been, at it for quite some time. Very promising player, but he needs to bring this part of his game into it. Make up your mind early on what you're trying to do. One control, you get through, put the ball across. So it's a corner for Canaries. Far ball.
I think he timed his jump well.
Yes. Again,
youngster, we've seen him play at the under 20 level for Canaries. Featured last season as well.
Featured as a midfielder, I think.
No, in central defense,
okay.
Fullback area as well.
Yeah, one with a lot of composure. One for the future, we can say.
And distribute the ball well from the back as well.
Yes, one for the future.
And as I say that, he's on the ball now.
Similar style to the central defender for Ancillary. I think it's Hippolyte is his last name.
Yes.
Yes, similar style, similar type of player.
Similar age too.
Yeah.
This one is a little younger.
Yeah. That through ball. For waiting for putting it across. Cassius not timing that header, but the ball again placed in a very dangerous area. Mabouya needs to get up to grips with the pace on those crosses. As I say so, we see a lot of pace. No connection there.
Number 9 for Mabouya Valley, showing a turn of pace there.
Yeah, some incredible
National
turn of
player
pace.
himself. I think he donned the number 13 last season.
And if you hear Eli and myself chuckling, that is because we were getting heckled by the fans from Soufrière. They're so elated, Vardy is back. So they just want to put it in our face, but we appreciate it. This is what football is about when we see youngsters able to showcase themselves. As a matter of fact, Eli, this is a platform that the Solution government has created where youngsters can get confidence in themselves and be themselves.
Yeah, definitely, and earn some money while they're doing it.
There you go. There you go. You've turned this hobby into an occupation. Yeah. It's all well and good. I'm just approaching 30 minutes. 1-0 in favor of Canaries. Canaries, of course, making the trip from the west side to the south side. And Mabouya Valley making the trip from the east side to the south side. The league wants to cover every nook and cranny of St. Lucia so everybody can get a chance to take in semi-pro action.
Swing and a miss. Not really into the flow of this game just yet. The number 17 for Mabouya Valley.
Canaries comfortable playing from the back. Ball plays towards the right flank. Mabouya Valley able to keep it alive. But Canaries showing possession.
The ball going the way of Canaries. It's sort of odd to see Canaries playing in a powder blue uniform.
How you call it?
Powder blue? No.
Keeper makes a big save. Mabouya Valley, number 17, would have been disappointed. Got a little nick onto it. But the goalkeeper read the situation pretty well and was able to come out and make that save. Powder blue.
Powder blue.
Powder blue. This is the powder that babies use. Remember there used to be a store. You might be too young to know about that store, Eli, but there was a store in town called Babyland.
Of course I know Babyland.
Oh, you know Babyland?
Yeah, man.
I thought you were a baby. Are you a big man? So this is the sort of colors you'd get at Babyland. Interesting too, our shirts. Similar color. Foul on the player. Free kick to Canaries. The confidence seems to be growing. Now it's all about the delivery. You have the win to deal with.
Yeah, number 20 for Canaries. Very cultured left foot as well. Like a name a lot to Jardel Philip of Soufrière. Not the same stature, but similar in terms of the quality of delivery and the cultured left foot.
Good football there by Canaries, keeping it alive. Goalkeeper showing true confidence. Good patience there by Canaries. Yes. Number 20. There you go. Call offside. He shouldn't get himself in that position. Just be patient and wait. Could have waited. That's Donovan. He's supposed to know. Donovan is a national player. He's supposed to read that game. But he's one with a lot of energy and always wants to get or play on the front foot. I know his mother supports him. His family supports him a whole lot. They're not here tonight. They should be watching on the live stream. So, what's your mama? I'm you know, but that's my folks down in Canaries. Good strength. All spread, loose. Mabouya Valley capitalizing. There's the speedster. Again,
interesting.
Yeah, optimistic. That's from way out. The surface has.
Was he shooting or was he?
I think he was shooting. He's probably trying to get the goalkeeper off guard. But I'm rather optimistic. It would take a hell of a shot to get past the goalkeeper from this range.
I thought he was just trying to put it in a dangerous area. That's why I said interesting.
Shot on goal.
Yeah.
We have to put some pressure on the facility. We need to get ourselves in the skybox. So folks who are viewing on the stream, when next you see us, we should be somewhere in the sky to give you, a little better outreach. So the person responsible for logistics and placements at this facility, I'll leave that up to Ernel to do. We need to be in the skybox. Tennyson and Eli's skybox. Right, Eli?
Of course.
Yeah, man.
Better view.
Yeah. In time we see Canaries keeping possession.
Good ball across though. Dealt with by Mabouya Valley.
A snapshot there by Donovan. That he can do. Goalkeeper read it. And immediately dispatching a route one pass. Again, dealt with by Canaries. Young Longville in midfield. Always ever present for a pass. He's sort of like a number 6 for Canaries. The skipper is more like a number 8, a through ball to Donovan.
Very
Can he
good.
make amends?
Very good.
Donovan on frame. He needs a little backspin on it.
Good.
This is what we have been saying. This is what we've been talking about. The skipper always telling Donovan to be a little more patient. We see how they were able to control the momentum of this game. A through ball to Donovan. Donovan taking his time. Needed a little English on it. The wind did it trick. Goalkeeper came out. Tried to close down on the angle. But the experience and the touch by Donovan making it 2-0 in favor of Canaries.
Yeah, very neat finish there by the number 16 from Canaries. As you indicated, a very experienced campaigner. Last season there was a little period where he did not feature for the team, and I think they sort of suffered a little bit from that. And when he got back, he never really got back into the same groove. But if his intention is to put that behind him, what a way to start.
Yeah, he's a hard worker. And again, we often speak about when you work hard in football, not only in football, but when you work hard in life, you get your rewards. Because many times I drive down that side and I see him, whatever time, he's always on the road jogging, trying to put in this extra effort. And this is where the extra effort comes in because, of course, the terrain down in Canaries is hilly. So he takes these opportunities to get himself fit, and it surely has paid off. So, way to go, Donovan. Way to go. Good ball retention there, winning that ball. Again, not wanting to go route one, keeping possession. That's what we want to see. Good passages of play. Hope other teams are taking note. This is the level we should inspire to be at. Keeping your shape, winning the football, taking on your man, good defensive effort, resulting in a throw. So right now we see in Canaries having the better of Mabouya. Eli did indicate last season they had a good measure or good. They came off the blocks very early last season.
Yeah, Mabouya Valley, I believe, were at the very top of the table for the after the first 5 odd fixtures, or from fixture number 1. My memory serves me correctly. They thumped Choiseul 5-0 in the very first fixture, and then number 17 scored a hat trick in that game, and they just sort of kicked on from there. I think they won their first 5 fixtures on the bounce. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they need to find that vigor and verve as early as possible. They're already 2 down on the back foot, so they need some inspiration from somewhere. Somebody need to grab the bull by the horns and see how best they can stay in the contest. Do not concede again in the first half. Try to get one back and build from there.
Looks like the number 8 and number 15 or number 16, I believe it is, from Mabouya Valley. Well, the 16 has moved away, left it all for 8. Lofted in there. Number 8 to number 9. They're both family. Number 9 couldn't put it away.
Of course, the goalkeeper for Canaries, his mom is viewing via the stream. Good night to you, my dear friend. Always a pleasure. When parents get involved and support their children, always a pleasure. Always a good gesture. Good high press on. There's another through ball. This time McCaffer. Just a little too much on it. Eli, what we've seen with this Canaries team, they have a sort of like a mid-press. But now, Mabouya Valley, chance again!
Oh.
Chance again there for Donovan. What do you think, Eli? He could have probably wait a second or so.
I think he could have taken an additional dribble. I think that's just the confidence that he has in himself.
Yeah.
That one just rattled off the crossbar.
I was just about to make the point. We've seen Canaries with a mid-press. And sometimes you see 2 or 3 get onto the Mabouya players, and they're not ready for that. And here we see what that can create. So you put in that mid-press, Donovan gets a chance. But like you said, an extra touch or probably just wait. And he could have even got a little more, spin onto it. But we see the intention. This one got away. Big chance. Mabouya Valley needs to get up to speed with this game. We don't want to see. Oh, I shouldn't say we don't want to see. They need to be careful because Canaries can run up a score. They were fortunate last season to win their first game 5-0, correct? Be careful. Be very careful. You might see a reverse.
Particularly after that big UEFA Champions League lineup that Canaries had in the off-season. They're raring to go, critic.
Yes, and like I said earlier, the acquisition of Tuesday, they seem very sound at the back. And there's another player. Yeah. Again, the names elude me, but I know he's a big, imposing central defender.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right. Absentee. Because at some point in the season, we will see everybody showing face. With McCaffrey trying to get in between, but he's offside for sure. He was way ahead already.
I think his partner is also missing as well.
Yeah.
Replaced by the youngster.
Yeah. So definitely, watch that pressure. Watch that pressure by the Jean-Baptiste quartet. And of course, they'll just kill it. Just kill it. There is Longville. Just kill it. Kill that. That's right. Opting to keep possession. This is what you want. There you go. Good football there by Canaries. You're up 2. There's no need to pressure. There's Longville showing the tempo. I'll call Young. He's offside again. Donovan need to bring in some sense of urgency and discipline. You don't want to get a foolish yellow card for kicking the ball away. Be mindful of that, my brother. Take it easy. You're up 2.
And we're into the 42nd minute of play down there at the Philip Marcel grounds. It's game 2 of tonight's doubleheader where Canaries lead Mabouya Valley by a scoreline of 2-0. Of course, the previous fixtures that we saw, Soufre winning their opening fixture by a 3-goal scoreline. And if we go back to yesterday, Ancillary being crowned the inaugural Emmanuel Bellas Community Shield.
Champions. Yeah, so good night to the team Ancillary, the fans as well, the entire community. Doing your community justice. Doing your community proud. I've often said at some point, Ancillary needs to build a statue for Summers. Put it by the first bridge you encountered by the court.
Right next to her black statue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you could have 2 statues.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Welcome to Ancillary. And her black passing a torch to Summers or something like that. Or a star or something, I don't know. But just to commemorate 2 icons of the community. Free kick.
Her black actually has a song composed for the Ancillary squad, Critic.
Is it?
Have you heard it?
No.
I'll give you a sneak peek at halftime.
Yeah. That's interesting. On again, dealt with. Goal kick to Canaries. I'm thinking now, Eli. Is it psychological? Canaries came with Mabouya color. And Mabouya has not rise to the occasion. Started off pretty well, played within themselves, but in the final third, we have not seen the Mabouya that we know.
I don't think it's because of the kit, because Mabouya have played in that black kit on several occasions.
So it'll be interesting to know the winning factor in that black kit. The percentage of wins in black. You had the term colorblind. So who knows? But they continue to press on. Too much on this one for sure. Not much time, Eli. What would be your information to the Mabouya squad at the half?
I think a little more energy, a little more purpose. We used to see a Mabouya team that really swarms the opposition. They take risk. We haven't seen too much of that. So if I were the Mabouya coach, I would say, hey guys, it's season 3. Let's just breathe, let's just relax, and let's get back to doing what we do well.
Back to the basics. All right. And what would be your advice to Canaries?
Keep on keeping on.
Continuing in that vein.
Yeah, I wouldn't say much.
Yeah.
I'll be handing out fruits, stuff like that. A lot of praise at the half. And asking my team to continue doing what they've been doing from the first half.
All right. Not much time. I think it is 1 minute added on for stoppages. Decent crowd on a Sunday night in VA4. What I like as well too is we see a lot of young persons coming out to support the semi-pro league.
Yeah, football is definitely trending in St. Lucia. Don't want to say it started with the semi-pro league season 1, but that definitely added to the whole movement. So we've seen the 20 zonal competitions very well attended.
Black Hat as
we
well.
see the Black Hat and the SLFA and the 20 competition very well attended as well.
And
Veterans football as well.
Also the big announcement by government partnering with Arsenal.
Yep.
All that's football news as well. So you're correct. Is Donovan just want to keep this one up? Showing good experience there.
At his intuition critic lose ball and try to turn that into a through pass for his forwards immediately. Didn't even have a look.
Yeah, just probably a blind pass to a certain extent. That whistle should be blowing any time for halftime.
I thought that was halftime whistle.
Just I was about to the pitch. The pitch solely indicated that, but not too far. MacArthur to chase. Can he get onto it? Yes, he can. Keeps it alive. 2 defenders. Cassius get into the area. Defender able to deal with it. Ball going out.
Junior George signaling a throw in, but we're into the 3rd minute, or almost completed the 3rd minute of stoppage, first half stoppage time. And there you have it, folks. 2-0 in favor of Canaries over Mabouya Valley. Go catch yourself a drink, refresh yourself, and we'll be back after the break. If you guys are at home are wondering what's going on, why we've not resumed the action, there's some running repairs on the net at the road end at the Philip Mansler grounds. So it's caused a slight delay in the action. We'll be getting back to you as soon as that is resolved. Okay, we're back with live action down at the Philip Mansler grounds where Canaries lead Mabouya Valley by a scoreline of 2-0. And so far it's been pretty much the Canaries show. Not only have they scored 2 goals, 2 good goals, they've also played the better football, if you ask me. So Elijah Williams back in your company alongside the critic, Tennis in Glasgow.
Always here in your company. Second half action. Canaries deserve the lead of 2-0 versus Mabouya. Mabouya now, of course, will try to show us what they're made of. They've made of something. Let's see what this something is. But what they need right now is to get some goals to show some respectability to the scoreline. Of course, they have a whole community behind them, history as well. They have fared well in the 3 editions of the 2 editions of the league. So let's see if they can show some face and score some goals, because you don't want to be or getting defeated heavily in your first encounter of the season. As I say so, a powerful shot off target. Has a flag been shown for offside?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. It looks like everybody's retreating for a goal kick. But the number 9 for Mabouya Valley there.
It was a shot on goal for sure, but off target.
I think he should have done better, critic.
Yes, he had time to at least make the goalkeeper make a save, but he opted for power rather than precision.
Just a reminder that we will take here on Wednesday, July the 1st, of Tier 2 or the Super League. Games at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Likud versus Roseau Valley at 7. So that week,
Mabouya Valley trying to map away Eli into this contest. When I say so, they give away the ball cheaply. Try to outrun his defender. Defender using some strength there. Some good 1-2 between the two. Casillas losing out. Interesting pass there. Goalkeeper able to deal with it comfortably. Okafor showing good control, but dispossessed that is. Loose pass. Shabati showing how dominant he is in midfield, the skipper. Canaries able with a searching pass, diagonal that is. Can Donovan get onto it? Good defending there. You see how the wind literally held that ball up, Eli. It was another facility. That ball will be jetting its way towards the to its target.
Yeah, it kind of looked initially like it's a flat trajectory, and then it just held up there for a second.
Yeah. So all these things that players need to be mindful of when you're attempting those passes. Wind speed, wind direction, ball going out of touch.
You need to be a meteorologist.
Well, you know the scenario. I came under Mr. Roland Branch. Geography. That alone tells you. What's it? Room 14?
That's correct.
There you go.
That's correct.
There you go.
Yeah. Legendary room 13.
Yeah, man. If you know, you know. Again, good possession there. Good tempo there by Canaries. Just keeping it ticking. Cassius, of course, wanting to put a ball towards the right side. Successful in doing so. Good tackle. Ball going outside. It's a throw-in. Waiting for that signal. It's a throw-in to Canaries. Little Messi, as he was called. He's not little. He is still.
Gives it away.
So that's a giveaway. Big time giveaway. Putting his team under pressure.
Afterburners on there for Mabouya Valley, and a good save there.
Squandered this one.
Fantastic save by the
But what I'm thinking, Eli.
skipper for Canaries.
What I'm thinking, he's not a natural left footer.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
But that ball was driven into the corner. The keeper needed to make a save, so he did well.
But actually, he didn't touch it. It's a goal kick.
Oh, he didn't?
Yeah, he miskicked it. That's why I'm saying he's not a natural left footer.
Wow.
So that ball basically just went across the goalkeeper.
I could have sworn I saw the ball carrying off the keeper.
He didn't.
Interesting.
Yeah, but good attack of a situation where, a loose pass. And as I say so, we see the hard-working skipper in the middle, Jean-Baptiste, going down with what it looks like is a border of cramp. I see him holding the back of the thigh. Let's see how much attention he's going to get. And if you remember last season, Eli, when the skipper went down, Canaries started to falter because he's the mainstay in midfield. He literally controls the midfield with his size, his experience, his pass options. He can intercept passes as well. And we have a situation where he's seeking attention. One of the older players.
I was about to say he's not as young as you might think.
Yeah.
I remember for a while we were speculating that
yes,
might be in his late 20s.
No, he's way past that.
In his mid 30s.
Yes. If not probably, who knows? He might just be the oldest player in the league. Might just be.
That would go to probably the goalkeeper for Grosile.
Giovanni.
Giovanni, yeah.
Could be.
Giovanni is already playing veterans football.
Giovanni played with me for the national team.
Lincoln Phillip as well. A good shout
Yes. You're correct. So is that trio? Yeah, that trio right there. You're correct.
Ageless wonder Lincoln Phillip, top scored in the Super League last season for a Masha team that didn't fare very well.
Good pass, interesting there.
And there he is again trying to stab at it.
Ball still alive. Ball still alive. Interesting point of attack. 4. Mabouya Valley, they seem to be making raids down towards the right side of Canaries, and they're getting into the box. So Canaries needs to be mindful of that. Most definitely.
Well, it's definitely not forfeited in goal. But very capable keeper there for Canaries.
You know, I was speaking to myself.
Did you answer yourself?
Yeah, I did.
You
so
answered
far,
yourself?
I've been doing a good job.
Oh my goodness.
At no point in time I wanted to mention what you just mentioned.
What did I mention?
You know what you mentioned.
Folks, there's nothing wrong with speaking to yourself. Just don't answer. At that point in time, you might need psychiatric evaluation, okay?
Ball going up. It's a throw into Mabouya. I will not be drawn into this season. Good night to the followers from Canaries. So far, you guys are leading 2-0. But this game is a tricky game, especially when the attack is towards the road end. We saw it last night. See if we have a repeat. But so far, Mabouya seems to be having the better of the exchange in the second half. Opting to just give it away.
No, foul there. You still haven't told me what you were talking about, you know.
No, I lost my train of thought. But
Convenient.
I know you're a guy, you know. C'est un piquant.
I've been a guy my entire life.
C'est un piquant. So no. Leave that alone. That's behind me.
Piquant capiche.
Good spread there from Cassius. For once using that right foot. I needed to put a little more onto it. Get somebody in there. Player down on the surface. Skipper is back after getting some treatment as well. Not a bad shot at all. Of course, from long range, good intention. Yeah. Canaries, of course, knowing fully well, it is the opening encounter. What you want is to get points on the board. You don't want to be on the back foot. Points on the board is points on the board. We have already seen what Sufra is coming with. So clearly it's a situation for Canaries to prove themselves. Good control, youngster. Captain trying to lead trying to lead by example. Good one-touch football. Heavy touch there by the winger. Throw into Canaries.
Looks like a foul there.
I mean, I've just missed out on this one.
Yeah, missed out on that.
Again, we see. So that one might be a little chancy. The referee deeming it a foul. Good passing there by Canaries towards the flank. Good dummy. All coming across. Good defense. Certainly, despite Mabouya not getting on the score sheet, they're certainly trying to make a match out of it, a contest out of it. There we see good shot. Keeper collecting calmly, keeping possession.
15 minutes into the second half, critic. You think whatever said in the dressing rooms to either team is working, or are you seeing much of the same from the first half?
No, I think it's working. I think, like you mentioned, we want Canaries to increase. But what we have seen as well is the pressure from Mabouya Valley, especially down the right side of Canaries. So both teams have received instructions, but so far it looks like Mabouya Valley is getting just a little better of Canaries. So Canaries need to adjust that right side. But meantime, the Mabouya team they're pressing on to see what they can get. If they can win this ball within the half of the Canaries, we might just see a chance. And like I often say, when it comes to the Philip Master grounds, that goal towards the road end always gives you an opportunity. And as I say so, Eli,
danger!
As I say so,
Absolute danger!
it is a goal. It is a goal. I just said so.
Playing around in the back there.
I told you, whenever this area, this part of this field is always a chance. And that makes it 2-1. One of the quietest goals you'll see. If you look at the reaction by the Canaries team, they're basically stunned. And even persons at home who were watching are stunned because the commentary was going on.
I didn't see that coming.
Exactly. So they played themselves a little too much at the back, gifting an opportunity to Mabouya Valley, making
as
it
a matter of
2-1.
fact, I shouldn't say I didn't see, but I didn't expect that to happen because they look like they could have quite comfortably dealt with it from the back.
But it's now 2-1. Canaries still lead. Eli, I think we have a game on our hands now. Mabouya Valley growing in confidence, making passes stick, especially in the final third. We saw two opportunities down the left side, and they worked themselves into it. So now what they need to do is to work on the press now. And let's see if they can deal with that.
Well, you just jinxed them. They want to attack there and sloppy pass, conceding possession. Good football, good interplay. Captain weaving his way through and
confidence certainly there with Mabouya Valley. They have a little pep in their step. Here is that ball again towards the right side of the fence for defender doing well to hold up his man. Good contest between the two. Able to bring it back for support. Ball still within the area. There is that cross. There it is again. There it is again. Good passage of play by Mabouya Valley. There's a raid on the left side now for Canaries, and the player just basically plays the ball out of touch.
yeah, we've seen a lot of that these days. I would think it's because of the fact that we are still in the early throes of the season. Teams not really up to full speed as yet.
Canaries has dropped in terms of their intensity. That's supposed to be a foul, and that is what they need to do. If they do not want to lose this game, these are what they need to do: milk the clock. We have gotten past the 60-minute mark. You get those situations, the fouls. I know, Eli, you're going to call it the dark arts, but you need to manage the situation. The momentum has gone with Mabouya Valley, but now this is where you see seniority take place, maturity takes place, and tell the players to calm down and see how we can get back on the scoreline, on the score sheet rather.
Yeah, I agree with you on that take. Except that I don't necessarily know that the momentum has swung entirely. I think I'll want to see it more in the balance of play as opposed to just simply the scoreline. Of course, error led to the goal. So I'm thinking that Canaries actually partly contributed to that goal being scored. But let's see how the final 24 minutes and stoppage time plays out.
Yeah, the reason why I use the word momentum because of the joy they were having down the right side, and there were no adjustments by Canaries. So sometimes that joy at itself manifested and of course created a goal opportunity. But sometimes you get a gift, and not until you open that gift that you could enjoy. So they got a gift and they were able to convert. So that shows how alert that they were. And in the meantime, we have a distraction in the box area. I don't know why this individual is trying to distract us from doing our duties. We don't distract anybody from doing theirs. Why they want to distract us? Thank you for your visit. Ball on the left side, swinging. Interesting one. Defense able to deal with it. And now we have a situation. That's a loose pass.
Yeah, very loose pass.
The concentration level certainly looks like the player is injured. Yeah, but despite you having an injury, you have to secure the football. So we have a stoppage. Player indicating that he needs to be substituted. There's a shot, a hit from all the way out. Goalkeeper. All right, was able to recover. Defending
bit
there.
of skill scupper there, yeah.
Ball going out. Cross ball. Wow. It's like a defensive header from an attacker.
Looking to see what sort of response we'll get from Canaries. I mean, you pointed it out that you felt after the first 15 minutes, the instructions meted out to Mabouya Valley seem to be working. So can Canaries make that adjustment and take control of the game once again, as we see Mabouya Valley with another interception?
Yeah. I think as well as instructions, you also need some fresh legs. All well and good that you have given the instructions, but some players seems to be tiring for Canaries. I don't know how deep that bench is in terms of quality. You may see quantity, but you don't know, you need that level to remain. So as well as you make the change, but you need that person coming in to keep that level of quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point.
Snap. Giving possession. Strong tackle. Have 1 against 4. That's going to be a daunting task.
Dribbled himself.
Yeah. 1 against 4 is very difficult.
1 against 5.
We see.
He was there too.
Against himself. All right. There you go. Ball going out. 70 minutes gone. A throw into, as I say so, we see a substitution.
Yeah, number 5 out, number 6 in.
You need some legs now to deal with, to take on, to relax, to relieve the pressure. Evan Joseph going out. Elias Jones coming in. Again, Eli, it's 2-1. 71 minutes gone. I wouldn't go for a long throw. You lead in the game. So you probably want to go down the line.
Keep possession.
That is correct. Cross ball. Too much on this one. Interesting pass there. F1. It's a foul on the player for sure. It's a new season. So throw into Canaries. Flick on. Valley coming out with it. Spread towards the right side. I think Toussaint should have shown more composure. No pressure. Let's keep that ball. Foul right there. And these are the little situations that are created when you go. The score is 2-1. So free kick to the Valley. Maybe a little two-way out to cause any problem. Let's see if the defense can deal with it. Meantime, we have a substitution. Is it? Free kick from deep. Yeah, that's what you want. A little too much on this one. But the intention certainly there. This is a player who seems to know the ground pretty well.
I just want to remind folks that there's football action here on Wednesday, the 1st of July. Super League action kicks off. Of course, this time the format for the Super League is changed. 2 groups of 5 teams. They'll be playing each other, and the top 2 teams in each group will move on to the semi-finals. Strategic move to sort of assist the Super League teams in terms of reducing the cost of travel. That has been a bit of a sore point for them, seen as there's no player compensation in the Super League. So it's a slightly shorter competition this time around.
Yes, look like it's an accounting move
for the leagues.
Yeah, this is how you balance the books. New format. So again, I guess the coaches of the various teams will take note in terms of the objectives, what they need to do. Basically, you try to get into the top 2 on your group, and then you move on to a semi-finals, and then the 2 top teams play in the finals, and then you come up to the first division. So very interesting.
Correct. Yes.
Very interesting. Again,
so a doubleheader on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Miku take on Roseau Valley. That's going to be followed by Labrie versus South Castries.
I'll give you a little insight. Now let's try to keep my nose to the ground. And we spoke about him yesterday. We spoke about him today. Javik McFarlane. He'll be playing for Miku.
Interesting insight.
Very interesting. We often speak about the journey in the football. That's the journey. So that's one you could look forward to. Son of the soil, V4 South. As a matter of fact, big player for V4 South. At one point.
Former national player as well.
Oh yes, exploits over in Jamaica. And now he's in the second tier of the Semi-Pro League. We will be seeing him lacing up for Miku. Blown offside there. Donovan trying his best. Donovan gives me a little bit of Vinicius Junior vibe.
Also.
Very good player. Speed, strength, shoots, but very rarely gets other persons involved. So he'll break down his man.
He sees himself as the finisher.
Yes. But sometimes there are persons, again, Eli, you're a basketballer. There are sometimes persons are in a higher percentage of shooting when you've broken down.
A better position to score, yeah. The XG is better.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So he's a good player, explosive player, but he needs to bring this part of this game into his game. Yeah? So, Donovan, when you do reviewing, and as a matter of fact, somebody from Canaries will tell him, Tennyson di upawase bola usap. But it's all good. Take that into account. You need to bring that part of your game as a winger. You have a reputable McCaffrey on the inside. The two can work in tandem.
He's a very good player. He has a range of pass as well on him.
Yes. But his range.
Long diagonals, raking.
There you go.
Diagonals.
But when he gets into the 6-yard area, on top of the box area,
zero pass.
no more passing from Mister. Okay. Shoot. That's why you see a lot of times defenders, block him and he gets himself injured because of a block, and so you have to be wise. You have to have an all-around game actually. Pass youngster. Longville, midfield. Longville using his skill in the middle. Good spread towards the left side. Canaries keeping that football. Approaching 80 minutes into the game. There you go. Bit of a heavy touch there for Toussaint. Putting himself under unnecessary pressure. Shabati should have spread that ball towards the right side. And there's trouble in the area now. Player not doing too much of it. But this is where the concentration level needs to rise. When you hit the 80-minute mark, remember last night you mentioned during the penalty shootout, and I told you at number 3, 4, 5, that's when
the pressure.
That's right. 80 minutes, 2-1. All the experience needs to come into play. If you look at the positioning of the players, all this needs to come into play. But Canaries is playing like they still want to increase the scoreline. I'm not saying that you shouldn't look for goals, but don't leave yourself overexposed.
Yeah, you need to have some pragmatism.
That's correct. So I would want to see Donovan just drop back a bit when we're taking the goal kick. Just drop back and tuck yourself in rather than find yourself all the way on the flank. Keep the shape of the team. So if you lose that ball, you can recover as a team rather than individually.
Yeah, good point.
I think, Eli, you and I could be coaches, assistants and head coach. You would be the head because you're taller than me. All coming area. I'll be the assistant.
I think you're telling tales now.
Yeah, I don't have the patience to be a coach, trust me.
Yeah, I've coached before for years, of course in basketball.
Mm-hmm. Not bad from Cassius trying to put his player through. That's a little too much. You get a card for that. I was just about to say that. Again, that's why I mentioned the maturity. He literally chased. He made a chase from all the way from the box and chased down the player in midfield. Eli, as a winger, that is not your job. There are guys on the middle to do that. That is where the maturity comes in. The opening, you're a key player for your team. Now you're going to miss the next fixture. There are players in there to do that. How do you find yourself as a winger chasing down a player in the middle and getting a second yellow card?
Yeah, and the foul wasn't bad in itself. I think it's
a foul.
Persistent foul.
It is a foul.
Is what the junior judge would have been
a foul.
Looking at. No, not disputing that at all. Just saying.
Concentration, man. Concentration. Players need to learn, man. Players need to learn. So he's off to get an early shower. Remember, this is the semi-pro league. This is not a domestic league in Canaries. You'll get away with this in Canaries. But when it gets to the semi-pro level where you have top referees and situations, you will be carded. So I'm hoping that young players who are coming into the league, who are about to take parts,
A good football there by
take note of it.
Canaries.
Now Canaries, they're down to
Offside.
10 men. Let us see the tactics employed by Mabouya Valley now. It's an opportunity now to throw another player up top. You need a player who could create some chaos now. I would chance it if I was Mabouya Valley. As early as possible, I would ding that ball into the area, put some pressure on the back line of Canaries. Let's see how they deal with it. Canaries yourself, you can't go chasing now. Can't go chasing at all. You need to leave one man up top and fall back behind that football. I read that ball down the line. Right, able to keep possession.
Substitutions on deck for Canaries. Looks like 10 for 7 and 8 for 14.
Not much time left. Let us see how they marshal the remainder of the game. Substitution, removing the skipper. Hope he got his instructions. He got a little niggle, so that might be affecting him now. O'Neal Toussaint coming in, cousin or brother to the other Toussaint. But meantime, let us see what Mabouya can muster.
Yeah, Mabouya Valley inching closer to the goal of Canaries. Being very patient in their build-up.
I've always made the point from last season, and I want to urge the management of the league to get game clocks. Very important in football. For example, right now, Eli, we know how much time is left. The players, they don't know. And if you look at the modern day game, Eli, you tailor your approach based on, 5 more minutes, 2 more minutes, whatever. So you know if to keep, to hold, to swing, to cross, whatever.
Yeah.
So if we have a facility where we have a game clock and players can raise their head and realize, well, hey, the only time the players are aware what time it is when the fourth official will give you the signal.
Sound good there, critic.
They're gonna be alright. They're gonna be alright. They're gonna be alright. That's a result of just the shin pad that they were now, but I don't think there was any malice in that tackle. Both players just basically challenging for it. Yeah. But just to go back to my point, we have to try to establish game clocks at facilities so players can better manage the time. Because as you play, Eli, when you see the official put 2 minutes up, that's when you know, well, hey, it's half time or towards the end of the game. But if you give me a clock, like right now it's 2-1, and they down a man, Mabouya Valley have to basically ask the official how much time is left. That message has to try and spread around the team to know what to do.
Yeah.
No? So I'm hoping the powers that be are listening. So as we move on with the league, something to add. That clock, of course, can work in tandem with the production team.
Not a bad shout.
Yeah.
It's getting attended to right now. The magic spray is out. Seems to be a lot of discomfort, critic.
Yeah, it's just like I say, like the shin, it wasn't a stamp. It was basically like a coming together. So you don't have much covering these days with the shin pad. So any little we'll have to result, but the magic spray should do the trick. Still down a bit. Player still seems to be carrying a little more. Wow. All players engaging, trying to bring him across. So of course we will have some time added to the added time to make up for this.
Yeah, hopefully they don't cause any further injury.
Yeah, I'm hoping he'll be alright, but
manner in which he's being carried is not
the proper manner. Yeah. Supposed to have the
yes, the body is coming out so that he could be properly moved. Last thing you want is to make an injury worse. There's a little opportunity for Mabouya players to get some further instructions from their coach, which they've duly obliged.
game continues. Let's hope the player can recover. Meantime, we see our David is on. Mabouya Valley trying to take advantage of having a man up.
Yeah, driving that ball forward. Not much time left.
Yeah, not much.
I mean, the stoppage time says 5 minutes, but the injury occurred before stoppage time began. So I'd assume we might go all the way up to
about 8.
7, 8.
Yeah, thereabout. Yeah. There's a dangerous ball coming across. You don't want to miss. Player not alert enough. Ball going out. You don't want to rush. Continue. So throw into Canaries, opting to go all the way. Good composure. Good calmness. Thought you would have gone straight down the line. The wind will not allow you to go across like this.
David Henry is in the game in
Yeah.
the meantime.
Much smaller version of David. Highly appreciated. He has put in the work. Oh, interesting
placing a
pass
good
there by
ball there.
David. Defender doing almost. Does it look like Dove? It looks like Dove as David. Keeping his team into it. All going out. Chance to keep it alive for Canaries. Should the scoreline remain this way, Canaries will get 3 points. But the coaching staff, would you be hard on your players? You're down 10. A better showing to a certain extent.
No, I wouldn't. It's the first fixture of the season. I'd basically go in, look at the tape, see what it is that we did well and that we need to maintain. See what it is that we need to continue to work on and improve. And that's pretty much what my conversation would be about. Guys, it's the first game of the season. I mean, we've not played for several months, so competitively. So these are the things we need to look at. And let's move on.
Sure bet, good advice. Mabouya, of course, would be disappointed should it remain as another loose pass. Wait and see the development of this one. Take it to the corner flag.
Goal kick.
All these things players need to bring into their game.
Junior George starting to take a look at his watch. Of course,
Take
the
it to
5
the
minutes
corner
are up.
flag.
It's a little too much for David Henry there. For a while, I thought he had the ball under his spell.
Yeah, I don't think he has gotten up to the speed of the game as yet. It takes a little while. Eli, you just came in fresh, so to get up to speed, that's going to be difficult. Another floated ball. Youngster doing pretty well, getting that ball out of the area. There is MacArthur again. Had to work tirelessly for his team. There you go. He has the experience, he has the skill set to, as I say so, I jinx him. MacArthur, of course, we know he can play at the back as well.
And there you have it, 2 goals to 1 in favor of Canaries over Mabouya Valley. Decent start for Canaries. Mabouya Valley will be going back to the drawing board. And so will myself and the critic, Tennis in Glasgow. So catch you guys on the next stream. Don't forget live action here on a Wednesday evening in the Super League.